Say this how I'm bringing in 2020. Yeah. Shout out to all the 2019 babies.
Little old videos. See my pregnant baby. They're my grandbaby. Hi, they're my grandbaby.
My sister talking to her first niece through the baby speaker that I bought. I don't know what she's saying, but they seem to be having a good conversation because I feel really calm. Now,
where is that?
Now, do you still want to know my secret?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
Godmommy having a baby. See, you picked the secret. I mean, you picked the purse.
She's so shy. She for real.
I'm for real. Godmommy 11 weeks pregnant. Oh.
You excited, boo?
Would you like to say anything to your future cousin?
You have a amazing mom. Let's see. She's very, very nice, so don't do anything crazy. She will treat you. Let's see. You're gonna get a lot of stuff because she likes to shop, and our whole family likes to spoil kids. So, but don't be a brat. I think that's it.
Okay.
I hope you're a boy. Please let it be a boy. Oh my God. We need masculine energy around here. But yeah, I love you already. And we gotta find you a good nickname before you come.
Leave my baby alone. Leave my baby alone. That's what you get. No, now you on camera.
You being extra ready.
Yeah, you on camera. Tell me to leave my baby alone.
Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry. Nope.
So, now you on camera. Craig, leave it. Stop! Leave us alone. No. Hey, Mama. Why you so cute, girl? Hey. Hi.
Mama big fat. Hey, girl, you so cute. Oh, you so cute. Hey, Mama. Hey,
Tell Mama everything, girl. Yeah. Then what? Yeah. Yeah. You done yelling at Mama? Huh? Yeah. 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 What else? Yeah. Yeah. I like those too. Yeah. Yeah. Mama like those too.
I see your pretty smile. I see your pretty smile. Smile again.
I can't
Hi. Hello again to all of my curvy fashion forward dolls and my fashion forward dudes. How y'all doing? Welcome to another Coco's Couture Closet, home of all the trendy tips for plus size hips. I am Coco, and
This is my closet. 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 This is my closet.
if you are new here, hello loves. I am so happy you decided to stop by. Please stick around, like, comment, and subscribe, and become one of Coco's curvy fashion $4 or dues. And if you are already a subscriber, mwah. Hi guys, it's great to be back here in the Couture Closet with you. Now, whether you are a new subby or an old subby, hit that bell below, guys. Pound it so that when I upload a new video,
You can be the first to know, so you can be the first to watch. Yes, honey, yes.
So in this video today, this is going to be part one of a three-part small series that I'm starting on my channel that is basically going to talk about my pregnancy. So as you guys know, I am almost 3 months postpartum. I had my daughter on October 6th, so she's almost 3 months old.
Stays alive. I got to keep it together. Keep it together.
What you guys noticed basically is that I really didn't record much while I was pregnant because I didn't like being pregnant. Now, before anybody comes with their negative comments or anything like that, make no mistake, my daughter is my gift from heaven. Like, I love her more than life itself. I would roll over and die for her in a heartbeat. At the same time, I'm a grown woman and I have a right to my emotions and to be able to express my emotions freely on my platform. And so I feel like that in today's society, it's wrong and cliche and makes people uncomfortable when women discuss how they really feel about certain things. And being pregnant is one of them. It's almost like, that's what I'm supposed to do as a woman is get pregnant. So how dare I be uncomfortable? How dare I feel some type of way? How dare I be on an emotional roller coaster? Because that's what my body was created to do. My body was created to be a woman, and getting pregnant and having children is just one aspect of what my body does. Make no mistake. So throughout my pregnancy, I would oftentimes look for YouTube videos of women who were experiencing some of what I was going through, that I could possibly relate to, maybe even reach out to and communicate with them. But the videos were so few and far between, almost as if, women go under a rock while they're pregnant, or just put on this pasty, happy face like everything is okay, and in reality, they're going through things emotionally. So I wanted to start this on my channel, and it's just going to be 3 parts, first, second, and third trimester, so it's not going to be a lot of videos, but basically where I discuss what happened during my pregnancy, the highs from feeling my baby's first kicks, hearing her heartbeat from the first times, to the lows, understanding genetic testing and whether or not, that's right and fit for you and your family, and the morning sickness and everything that comes with being pregnant, the depression that I went through, the emotional roller coaster that I was on throughout my pregnancy. So this first video is going to discuss the first 3 months, the first trimester, basically how I found out I was pregnant, the process of getting pregnant, and things along that nature. But while I do that, I'm also going to be showing you something new that I bought. I got a 4-pound package in the mail that I ordered during Black Friday, and it's from the Crayon case. Yes, I have products in here, a lot of products in here from the Crayon case. Shout out to Supa. Her sale, I think it was like 60% off her entire website. and she made like over $1 million in an hour. And like, she is such a, you know, a beautiful soul. Like, as far as, I don't know her personally, but I've been watching her videos since before she became a makeup, I guess, I don't want to say a makeup artist because she's not a makeup artist. Before she became a makeup brand with the Crayon case, I used to watch her commentary videos on YouTube. And so when she started her makeup, I originally bought the Crayon case palette, and I have a review on that on here. It's one of my videos. I'll link it down below. But I fell in love with it. It's so pigmented, and so melanin girl friendly. And so but I haven't bought from her in a little while, and I was like, you know what, Black Friday coming up, and before I spend some more money on one of these big name brands, I am going to spend my coin with this sister, this fellow melanin woman, and support her and buy product because I wanted product anyway. So I'm going to be going through the products, and as I go through the products, I'm going to be talking with you guys about my pregnancy. So, and if you guys want to know more about this outfit, I will have a video going up. It'll probably go up before this video, actually. And the information for this outfit will be included. So again, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, you guys. And also, make sure you guys follow me on Instagram, Dr. Coco_curves, so that you can see how I style these looks, and so you can get full swatches of the makeup that I buy. And also just to see my day-to-day. My baby girl is getting big, so I always post pictures of her. I know people ask me about her all the time in the comments. She's doing amazing. She's a beautiful, smart little creature. And so, yeah. So let's just dive right into the conversation. So the first product that I want to show you guys from the box, and I'm just going to pick and go through the box. So full price, I ended up spending $154. That included $6.95 in shipping. But I actually only spent 40% of that. So my total including shipping actually only came to $65. I think it was like $66. No more than $66. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 products. Where you know when you can get 14 good makeup products for $66, even for $154. Nowhere. I'll wait. But anyway, so, and it came with this merchandise return card. It says report to the office. I just love the whole aesthetic of the Crayon case makeup. It's so cute. So cute. So one of the main reasons why I placed my order is because I wanted to try the Crayon case honor roll highlighter, and this is what it comes in. How cute is this? It looks like, you know, a certificate for making the honor roll, and this is what the highlighter looks like. Lord, and I actually have it on my face right now. My highlights can pop it. My highlights can pop it. Yes, because this highlighter is so bright. Like, it is golden. It reminds me a lot of Trophy Wife, except for Trophy Wife has like a yellow undertone, and this is pure golden. And so, but it is so pretty. I love it. I have it on my nose. I have it around my lips. I have it on my eyebrow. I have it on my cheekbones. And if I had on a low cut shirt, I actually would have likely worn it on my chest as well. This is the kind of highlighter that you scrape off some of and you mix into your everyday lotion just to give your body a full on shimmer. That's how pigmented this is. So I'm going to swatch this. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, that is gorgeous. That is gorgeous. Gorgeous. I can't wait to wear this like just all over. My next photo shoot that I do, I'm definitely gonna have this on. Like it is so pretty. And you see how much you get? And I think regular price, it was only like $10. Let me check. Regular price, the highlighter was $18. So I paid 60% of that. But honestly, it was worth it. It would have been worth it even at $18 because that was super pigmented. So let's talk a little bit about my pregnancy. So, my husband and I have been trying to get pregnant since August of 2018. We got married in June of 2018. Now, let me be completely honest and transparent. I wanted to wait a year. I wanted to wait a year and travel and, spend some time as a newlywed and, get to know my husband, even though we had been together 5 years at that point. Just travel and see the world. My husband had never been outside the country and, things like that. And so, but my husband was like, no. He was like, we could travel the country with the baby when she get bigger. Like that, she could see the country too. I'm ready to have a baby. I want to have a baby, and I did tell him, and I'm a woman of my word, that I was not having a baby until we got married. And he put that ring on and gave me my big extravagant wedding. So, I really, at that point, I really couldn't say anything but no, but yes. And also, deep down in my heart, I wanted a baby too. I was at least semi ready, to have a baby. And I know that he was getting he's the oldest son, living son, and so he was getting a lot of push, from his side of the family, like, where's our baby? Because they haven't had a young baby in a long time, and neither have my family, But my family, they know me well enough to know that it was gonna happen when it was gonna happen, And so that had a bit of influence as well. And so in August, cause y'all know how them in-laws can be, honey. Little pushy. No, but I love my in-laws. But in August, I had an IUD in for a year and a half because I've always been pro birth control since I was 15 years old. I was one of those girls, completely transparent. I was one of those girls who had all my friends were already on birth control, who had my friends write me a fake note so that I could approve of me to be on birth control so that I could take it to Planned Parenthood. And I have been on birth control since I was 15. When I turned 24, I became too heavy for the birth control pill because it's only as effective when you're 250 pounds and under. And at that point, I had reached like 270. And so it wasn't as effective anymore. So I came off of it and opted for the IUD because my doctor herself used the IUD and the Mirena, and spoke very highly of it. I didn't have any problems with the Mirena. When it came out, when it was time for it to come out, she had to go in there a little bit to find the string to pull it out, but it didn't get lost. I hear all these horror stories and everything. It was out within 10 minutes of my visit. It pinched a little coming out, it pinched a little going in, but it was effective and it kept me from being pregnant. And and I plan to actually get back on it next month. My doctor just wants my blood pressure to go down a little bit from my postpartum, and then I will be back on my Mirena. But because having a baby, that's a one trick pony for me, honey. I'm going back on this Mirena quick. That's we checking that off my bucket list. Done. But anyway, so we started in August, and I got pregnant on Christmas Day. I still remember how I got pregnant and everything. I said no, he was like yes and nah, and then 2 months later, I found out I'm pregnant. So anyway, I had started getting a bit discouraged because I had been reading and hearing how, if when you're on birth control for as long as I was, the minute that you take it out, you're instantly going to get pregnant. So in the back of my head, I'm thinking I'm going to be pregnant so that I can have my baby by the summer and, be done. But no, I didn't have my baby until October. So I went the whole rest of the winter and spring and summer pregnant. I didn't have her until fall. And so, so fast forward, I asked for a camera for Christmas. And I didn't get my camera. So in the next video, I'm going to show y'all these little booties. So when I started to get, a little discouraged about the fact that I wasn't getting pregnant, when August and September had passed and October too, and I wasn't getting pregnant, my husband was like, stop taking the test, just when it happens, it's happening. We're trying, and that's it. I don't like seeing you walk around being discouraged and upset about this. And so I stopped taking the test, but I bought like 6 tests just because I was going to sneak and still take them. So I also bought these little pink glitter boots. Before I even knew I was having a daughter, I bought these pink glitter boots, and every morning before I went to work, I would hold them in my hands and I would pray. And I would ask God, to bring me my baby, to bring us our baby girl or our baby boy. I wanted a girl. He wanted a girl. And so I would pray with those boots in my hand every single morning, y'all. Prayer is strong. Be careful what you pray for. Be careful what you wish for. What you take to. Be careful what you take to God, because He hears you. He may not call when you want, but He'll be there right on time. And I truly believe that. So let's take a pause in the story. I got 2 setting powders. I got letter N and letter Y. And both of these have golden undertones, but one of them is more like a banana powder, and that's the one I'm wearing right now. This is Y. This is more like a brownish beige kind of powder with golden undertones. So I really like this for those days when I'm looking for more like a natural beat. But when I'm really trying to have a popping beat like today, I will go for this one, the one I used today, and it's like a golden banana powder color, and it's really pretty. And this is the color N. They both have golden undertones though, so it's really just like one is the Y. N is a darker shade of Y. Oh no, I got them in the wrong boxes, I think. Hold on. Yeah, because one of them I had dropped on the floor. So this is N. So Y is actually a darker shade of N, is what I meant to say. So, and this is Y. So when you put them next to each other, you can tell that one is just a darker shade of the other. And this is the top. So these look like erasers, basically. Chalkboard erasers. So, and y'all, this powder is so well milled and fine. Like, it was fine to the point I didn't want to. I went a little overboard, as y'all will see in the clips of me getting my makeup ready. I went a little overboard with the setting powder because it was so soft. I just wanted to keep putting it on my face. So in December, we were trying, and so December, like I said, I ended up getting pregnant, but I didn't find out I was pregnant until February. And how I found out that I was pregnant was because I was having really, really bad stomach pains, like to the point like I could barely walk. And it had started on a Monday, but as you guys know, I am a project manager. I was a project manager at the time that's for a completely different video. That's for part 2. But I am a project manager. At the time I was a project manager, and I had worked 7 years to get that position. With a different company 5 years, and then with that company 2 years. But I had basically climbed the corporate ladder to get to that position, which was another reason why I was kind of hesitant about getting pregnant, because it took so much for me to be taken serious in that type of atmosphere that I felt that I would be viewed with a sign of weakness by being pregnant, and not be taken as serious as I needed to be, and being able to assert myself without having to worry about being angry and my child feeling that type of pain, and pressure, because I've seen women go through whole pregnancies just angry and very with their blood pressure always high, and I worked in a very high stress environment, and so that was another reason why I was a bit hesitant to get pregnant at first. And so I was at work. It was like the end of January going into February, and I'll never forget, I had came out of a meeting. It was on a Friday. Mind you, my husband had to take me to work because I could not drive. That's how much the pain was hurting. But I had planned to go to the hospital that weekend once I had some time off, because I had the biggest project in the company. I was doing the logistics for it. And I had constant client meetings, and so I really felt like I didn't have the time to devote to my own health. Take care of your body. Listen to your body, guys. That's the biggest lesson I took from that. Listen to your body. So I left my meeting and I went back to my office, and I sat down at my desk, and I got up to get water, and I couldn't get up. I could not get up. My legs were, I don't know, had given out from under me, and I was in so much pain that all I could do, I attempted to get up and my legs just collapsed, and I ended up back in my chair slouched over, and I couldn't get up to the point I had to roll myself to my boss's office and tell him, I have to go. I'm calling my husband. I have to go. I cannot move, and this is causing me excruciating pain. I got the Judy brush. Woo woo. So I got the Judy brush. This is the other thing that made me place the order, because I've been wanting the Judy brush for so long, but every time I go in there to get it, it's always sold out. So the Judy brush was regular price $12, so I paid like $5 for it. I got my Judy brush, and I use this for my blush, but I really wanted to use it for an all-over face powder, but I forgot to, and so I just used it for my blush. I got this brush, and I meant to use this too, and I didn't, to remove the rest of the setting powder once I had let my face bake a bit. But you get so used to grabbing for your other stuff that you don't use it. But I did use this brush, this two-sided brush. I used the angled end, and I used that for, this is the brush. I use the angled end for, these bristles are really soft, you guys. They're really soft. I used it for the highlighter. That's how pigmented the highlighter is, guys. Like, it showed up. I didn't even have to brush the brush across the highlighter. All I did was literally dip it in there a little bit, and it just came out like crazy. So, let's see, where are we? Oh, okay. So my husband came and picked me up, took me to the emergency room. I got to the emergency room. They were trying to wait until they could hook me to an IV and draw some blood, but my veins are really weak. Like, forever, I've always had weak veins. They've always had to do the most to find my veins, which you'll hear more about later on down the line in the pregnancy, towards the delivery, how that went. But anyway, so they couldn't find the veins, so he was like, okay, well, I have to give you a pregnancy test before I can do anything else to make sure you're not pregnant. So he ran the test, and by that time, it had just dawned on me that I had not had a period since the end of December. That's crazy. Like, I usually have my period at the same time, about the 16th every month, and I had not had a period, and it did not dawn on me because I was so obsessed with trying to get pregnant that it didn't dawn on me that I hadn't had a period. So he asked me when was the last time I had a period, and that's when I remembered. So he gave me a urine test. The urine test came up negative. I was disappointed, but I was like, okay, well, it's something going on. So they did a CAT scan and they did an ultrasound, and come to find out, I had two fibroids close to my uterus, two golf ball sized fibroids close to my uterus, and they were, because this was new to me and, I had known that they were there, they told me to stop trying to get pregnant. They told me that I needed to stop trying to get pregnant, contact my OB immediately because I needed to set up a treatment plan to make sure that the fibroids did not grow and attach themselves to my uterus, because that would cause even more problems with trying to get pregnant further down the line. That they needed to come up with a treatment plan to keep me healthy and to keep the fibroids from growing. So I was devastated. Mind you, I, sat down, like, how do you walk out of the room and tell your husband, who is so gung-ho ready to have a baby, that we gotta stop, that we can't keep trying to have a baby because health-wise I can't do that. And so, I was devastated. And so I told him, and I tried to rephrase it and reword it, but I think I was more hurt than he was. And I was, because as a woman, I felt inferior. I felt like my body wasn't doing something that naturally God created it to do. And the fibroids were the reason why, and now that was a reality that I was going to have to live with, whether or not I would even be able to have children. So I was hurt. So, we just talked about it, and we were like, well, we'll go back to use this time to travel, and we're going to, just do whatever the doctor says and go from there. So a week passed. So about a week went by, and I still hadn't got my period. And the ER doctor was like, with the ultrasound, since we had to give it to you vaginally, it will produce a period for you. So, but that didn't happen. And so I was sitting in the bathroom, and I was just like, you know what? I'm going to take a pregnancy test because I still have not gotten a period. And that's crazy. Like, what is going on? Like, these fibroids shouldn't be holding my period that long. So I had a bunch of little dollar store pregnancy tests. So I took one, positive. You shitting me. What? So I went and got another one. So I screamed, and my husband came in the bathroom. What? What happened? What's going on? I'm like, nothing. Get out, get out, get out. I was like, give me some privacy. I'm fine. Get out. I was like, I saw something on Instagram that made me scream out. He was like, no, you screamed like something was wrong. I was like, there's nothing wrong. Just get out. So he left, and I took 2 more pregnancy tests. Both of them popped up positive. So now I am freaking out because these people just told me that to stop trying to get pregnant. And I did. We went back to, the method that we used prior to, me getting on birth control. And, we stopped trying to get pregnant. And then, I'm sorry. And then I got pregnant. And then I was already pregnant, first of all. When they told me to stop getting pregnant, I was already pregnant. Stop trying to get pregnant, I was already pregnant. So I immediately called my mother and I said, don't scream because you're going to draw attention to Boo. And I haven't told him yet. And I flashed the camera on the pregnancy test. And she was like, you pregnant? And I was like, yeah, I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant. And she was like, I'm sorry, and she was like, are you sure? You know, I was like, Ma, I just took 3 tests. I was like, but these Dollar Tree tests, I'm going and I'm bad for first response. Mind you, it was date night at my house, so we had booked a room at this hotel that we like with this huge jacuzzi and all of that. So I was like, you know, I usually send my husband to go get food while I take our bags to the hotel. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna decorate the hotel. When I went to Walmart, I got this cute little chocolate teddy bear and these little blue and pink little duckies, and you know, to give him a little gift. And I put the pregnancy test in there, and the teddy bear was holding the pregnancy test. And I'm going to insert a clip to show you guys, you know, how that went. But basically, he picked up the bear, didn't even see the pregnancy test in there, and he was like, you know, this is sweet, blah blah blah. And I was like, you missing the whole point. You missing the point, you know.
You lying. Swear to God, you lying.
No, I'm serious. That's like the fourth and fifth one. I took 3
Swear to
already.
God, I thought you for real.
Yeah. We having a baby. Oh,
Stop
man.
laughing,
We having a baby. Open the rest of the gift. You see, that's our little chocolate baby. It's a bunch of those in there. That's all that's in there.
For real, bro.
Yeah,
For
man.
real.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. No, I'm dead serious. Yeah. This is happening.
Oh my God.
This is happening, yep.
So I also got a sponge. I really like this sponge. It's super soft, and I like how it's angled right here. It makes it really easy to get up under the eye because, like, I don't know if you can see, but my eyes probably already cracking right now, especially now that they starting to water because I was tearing up. My eyes get very watery, and so without me even crying or anything like that, they naturally get watery, so it causes my concealer to break apart underneath my eye. And so okay, I'm good. It causes my concealer to break apart under my eye, and so I like that is square because it allows me to get right up under there and push the product, the concealer, into place. So I really like that. I got this brush cleaner. So basically what you do is you take your brush and you brush it across here, and it's supposed to clean your brush. I used it during the video, and it's not wet or anything. It's just like a scratch sponge, and it's supposed to clean your brushes, and I use it, and for the most part it worked. But I'm not sure, how well it's going to work depending on how much product you put on the brush before you clean it. So I also got these 2 highlighters, and I actually use 15. So I got 15 and 11, and 15 is perfect. Like, these have golden undertones too, and this is how the applicator looks. Now, I would have I'm a doe foot girl. I love a doe foot applicator. But these were cute. What I did, the concealer was a bit runny, so I did squirt it out on my hand and then use this to dip and put it in place. But this is cute too, and this worked out really well. I would just say, when you buy the concealer, don't do it like you would do a doe foot and squirt it on your face, because you'll end up with too much and it'll start running down your face. Put it on your hand, and then just pick it up and put it on like that. Now, I liked it because it didn't dry quick. Like, remember, that was one of my complaints in the Morphe video, is that it dried so quick. I had to put it on one piece at a time. Well, with this, I was able to put it on there, let it sit for a second, then pat it into my face. So I really like that. So I really liked it, y'all. I'm really impressed. These products are really good. I remember seeing something where somebody said that she was just buying product from China and slapping her, label on it. And I don't believe that, because this is some really good product. Like, I felt product that cost more that wasn't as good as this product, and so as these products. And so I don't think that that's the case with her products. So um, I'm really impressed so far. I got one more item to show you guys. I'm gonna show you towards the end of the video. So by now, I've inserted the clip of my husband finding out I'm pregnant too. So I hope you guys like that little clip, little dip into our family. And so it was like out of sight, out of mind when you find out before you find out you're pregnant. But once I found out I was pregnant, in came the nausea. The headaches were constant around the clock, and I have really bad acid reflux, and I'm also asthmatic. So my doctor was like, my OB was telling me that somewhere along the line I may have, it's highly likely that I would have an asthma attack the bigger I got, because because I was asthmatic. But I don't have severe asthma. My asthma is acute. Because I used to dance in high school and in college, and pretty much my whole life I'm very active. I have a good control of my asthma. It's very controlled. And so I rarely need my fast acting inhaler. And so, but my doctor, told me to be cautious, because I could definitely have an asthma attack during my pregnancy. And if I don't catch it, quick, I could cut off the airway, the airflow to my baby, because I'm not breathing either. So that was scary. I also experienced so much nausea, you guys. It was like every day, all day, around the clock. Like, once I ate it, it came right back up. Like, it was crazy. And then I wanted to eat everything, though, in my first trimester. I was always hungry. And then my acid reflux got really bad. And I wasn't, because the prenatal vitamins have an excessive amount of iron in them. And I have digestive issues. And the iron makes it hard for you to poop. And I already have to drink a ton of water to make sure I poop on a regular, not just the regular amount of water, but like a ton of it. And so, I thought I heard my daughter. So I already was having digestive issues, like my acid reflux, my digestive tract, period. So it got to a point where I wasn't pooping. And my stomach wasn't clearing itself. Well, when your stomach is full, just like a purse, when your purse is full, you can't add more stuff into that purse, otherwise it's gonna spill over. So because my stomach was so full, anything I ate, I threw it back up before I could even like get it good and down my throat. I was throwing it back up. So for a week, I didn't eat, because I was throwing it back up and I was miserable. And my appointment to see the gastroenterologist wasn't coming fast enough. So eventually the appointment came, and I went to see the gastroenterologist, and they said that it was because I wasn't pooping, and the iron in the pregnancy pills, the prenatal vitamins, that it was making it hard for me to use the bathroom. So they put me on a few different medicines that were perfectly safe for my pregnancy, and they put me on a stool softener, and they put me on, and the prenatal vitamins that I was using were they were first response brand, so they had DHA and a stool softener already built into them, but I needed a little extra kick. So I took them for about a week, and for a week I could only drink liquids. So I could only drink protein shakes to make sure that I got the proper feedings for the baby, because I hadn't ate in a whole week, y'all. Like, my doctor was so mad at me because I hadn't ate, but I'm like, you don't know how that feels like to constantly eat and then eat and throw it right back up. I was already having morning sickness. The ginger wasn't working. The ginger candy wasn't working. The stork tea wasn't working. Ginger ale wasn't working. Nothing. And I used to love ginger ale. I hate ginger ale now. Like I never want to see ginger ale again in my life. That's how much I hate ginger ale because I had to drink it so much being pregnant and it wasn't working. I even took ginger stalk and put it in my water to try to curb my nausea. Nothing was working. I was nauseous around the clock. Mind you, I still have to work. I still have this project going on, and I'm still in this high stress environment at work. And so I was just miserable, like all the time miserable. And I was back and forth to the hospital because in week 11, in week 10, I had a bleed out. And I felt a pop between my legs. And I got up to use the bathroom because it gave me the sensation to have to pee. And as soon as I got up and took 3 steps, blood was everywhere. And I instantly thought that I was losing my baby. Blood was everywhere, y'all. It was everywhere. All over me, all over the bathroom. It was everywhere. And I immediately called my husband. He didn't answer. I immediately called 911 right after that. And 911, no, I called my 911 first. And then I called my husband. And the people at 911, they talked me through everything. And, and I was bleeding through these pads. And I'm hyperventilating, so I'm making it worse. And I'm not realizing that I'm making it worse because I'm afraid. Because all I'm thinking about is these fibroids. And, they must have touched my uterus. And, all of these different things are going through my head. So 911 comes, my husband comes, he follows the truck because we need a way to get home after I leave the hospital. So, and we don't have family here. Now we do. My mother-in-law is here, but we don't have family here, well, he has a cousin, but she has children, and it was 3 a.m, mind you. So he drove the car behind the 911 truck, and we got to the hospital, and basically they ran tests, they checked on the baby was perfectly healthy. They did they looked around inside. They did basically a pap on me to make sure that the baby wasn't losing blood or losing fluids, and she was perfectly fine, perfectly healthy. They said that they think what happened is that when I had my when they did the ultrasound, that's what they did. Yeah, they did when they did the ultrasound. When I came in and found out about the fibroids, that they tapped my cervix, and that's what caused the bleeding. So that when things like that happen when you're pregnant, it just freaks you out, especially when it's your first child. I already just spent the week not being able to eat. Now I'm going this week and all I can eat is liquids. Now I just, felt like I was about to miscarry my child. And I already went through this whole episode thinking that I wasn't even going to get pregnant. And now I'm pregnant, and now I feel like everything is just happening like a roller coaster. It's just a roller coaster of constant emotions. And so that was crazy. And so that was week 11. That was week 10. So week 12, week 11, when I went back to the doctor, because I was always at the doctor my first trimester. When I went back, they told me, okay, week 12, you get to opt for genetic testing. During genetic testing, they test to see if your baby has cerebral palsy, could possibly have cerebral palsy, could possibly have Turner syndrome, and a few other syndromes, or, genetic disorders, basically, is what they test to see if your baby could possibly have, or, may develop along the pregnancy. So, of course, yes, absolutely. I want to know if something is going on with my baby. Yes, absolutely. In hindsight, I wish I never would have done it. I wish I never would have done it. So, basically, they draw all this blood from you, and they, because at this point, they can test my blood to see if there's something going on with the baby. So, they draw this blood from you, and about 3 weeks later, they call back with the results. And that's where I'm going to stop the story, because everything else happens within the second trimester. And so that was week 12. So the rest of the weeks of the first trimester is like a waiting game while I wait for the results of the genetic testing. So I want to show you guys the map book. And this is what I used on my eyes in conjunction with my Jackie Aina X Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. So this is the map book. And it's so cute because it looks like what? A math book. How cute is it? So it has like notebook paper style here on the trimming. And it has like the little math equations on the front. And then you open it up. And that's the map book. How cute. So many good colors. So many good useful colors, you guys. This is a good travel buddy to have. Now, I will say there is some fallout on this. There is quite a bit of kickback, but what I've learned with having some good palettes is that you're going to get some kickback. The more pigment the palette, the more the kickback that you get. So, if you guys want to see, I did make this look with that book, but if you guys want to see the swatches, you got to follow me on Instagram at drcoco_curves. And with that being said, guys, I'm going to close the video out here. I hope that you guys come along with me on this ride, this 3-part video where I go through the first, second, and third trimester of my pregnancy. Please continue to like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video. Put your comments down below. I love interacting with you guys. And with that being said, like I always say, bring your mama, bring your sister, bring your cousin, bring your auntie, bring your gay uncle, baby, because we got room. And there is always room for curves in Coco's Couture Closet. I'll catch you guys later. Bye. Bye.
Together.